I'm on the Trews. This is the Trews right now. Here is some Trews. This is Trews advert special. We're doing adverts to understand how they're tricking us into buying stuff. Or maybe they're not, maybe they're really good. Some of these adverts are extremely popular. This first one is from Samsung, which is a type of electrical object you can have. As yet, I don't know what the product is, do you? Like, it's like, you know, I think it's because it says Samsung, I guess it's some sort of type of a phone. I don't know if you know this, but in the creative industry, a thing that people do is a thing called mood boards, where they go, what's the mood of our product or our event? You know, and then they'll get images and words and stuff and put it together. A mood board is part of the creative process, and I've always thought a little bit wank. With this, they've just done the mood board as the advert, just words. So all it says is just positive words, and then at the end of the positive words just says Samsung, I suppose. Galaxy. I mean, it's absurd. Galaxy, that's a constellation of stars that we're all living in. Calling their phone it. And then we're just subject to a series of aspirational images and ideas. All this bombast thrust in my face makes me feel like, oh shit. Perhaps I should get one of those things. I like community and jumping over the holes and children.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies. Por tus olas de grano sambar. Yo pishin sa kote. Soy baba ng mga brutas.
That's the American national anthem, isn't it? I think, that they're singing. So they're saying that it's American, but then there's all this diversity within America, different languages, different coloured type of people. But what is the continual theme that really brings people together? It's a sugary drink, brown sugary drink called Coca-Cola, which I don't know much about this, but I think they engage in some pretty dodgy business practices in Latin America where they make this stuff, not letting the workers unionise. There's even some speculative talk that violence has been enacted on Coca-Cola workers that have tried to unionise. So even though their whole message is union, the United States of America, and the fucking national anthem of the United States of America, when anyone that works for them tries to actually unionise and come together and have some rights, Coca-Cola may get violent and certainly get extremely aggressive. So what you can do almost is you can judge the work. What they're trying to say is almost like the opposite of what they're doing. That's why they have to say it so articulately, because there is no... I learned this thing once, like sort of when they're analysing film. If in a film they try and make an object have a lot of significance, like in the film Casablanca, there's these papers that they're after. Everyone keeps going, these papers are important, these papers are important. Someone gets killed for the paper, someone dies for it. And like, when the bloke who's analysing it goes, what does that tell you? And then we all go, oh, it shows you the papers are important. He goes, no, it shows you the papers are meaningless, because I have to work so hard to make you go, oh, these papers are important. With this, they're having to sell us unity so hard, because what is it really about? Individualism. It's about making you feel an isolated individual so that they can sell you a product to make you feel better. In any reasonable society, no one's got a yearning to drink a brown sugary drink, so you just think, what's the fucking point? What's the point of it? It's bad for your teeth, it's bad for you in every way. Have you ever seen that geezer boil it down into a hideous tar?
So if you boil it, you see how much burnt out sugar left over, and it's a lot.
The commercial is like the drink itself. If you break it down to its essence, it's a disgusting, filthy, toxic gunge.
America, America, God shed His grace on thee.
Native Americans, come on mate, don't take the piss. You nick their country. And it's because of this corporate mentality. People are left to their own devices would get to the point of like, do you know what, we've got to let the indigenous people have their land, right? But because of a prevailing corporate mentality, people's wishes are never represented. The wishes of corporations like Coca-Cola are represented. That's why they have to work hard on hypnotising us, distracting us from the reality of their practice. And there's a couple of Jewish folk in yarmulkes, or whatever their mats are called, looking out of a window, and America, on behalf of its corporate clients like Coca-Cola, gives financial and military aid to Israel. That means that the Middle East can never find peace. So everything they're saying is just a big load of disgusting, filthy bollocks. It's not just that the drink's bad for you, the concept's worse for you than the drink. Coca-Cola, Coke, Open Happiness and the Contour Bottle Design are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola company. Hey, with all this sharing going on, can we share some of your words and bottles? No, fuck off, they're ours!
From sea to shining sea.
Coca-Cola, America is beautiful. Nothing wrong with America, it's the vile corporations that are using it to exact their peculiar will, which is more, look at it, is just to make money. It's really weird. I thought there might be some secret thing that we didn't understand. It's just money though. Bob Dylan, Super Bowl commercial. Great countercultural figure, very much known for bringing into preeminence and prevalence ideas about question the system, question the state, the times they are changing, don't trust the government, watch your parking meters, all that.
Is there anything more American than America?
I don't know, it depends what you mean. In one way, there's nothing less America than America because it's like a landmass that was taken and had a new ideology entirely supplanted on it, a myth put together from ideas such as manifest destiny and the Monroe Doctrine, the stated political desire of America to dominate. America is nothing but a concept. It's a concept, it doesn't mean anything at all. How much America is America, how Wednesday is Wednesday, I don't know. It's just a bunch of language rattling around. And again, it's that sort of like horses, myth building, a story. By repeating and reiterating this story, then you can impose a belief system and attach certain behaviours to that belief system. And this one will boil down to buy something. I don't even know what yet. Oh, a Chrysler. Buy a Chrysler. If all this is true, which it isn't, then buy a Chrysler, which is pointless. Bye-bye! Fit waitress, never gonna go miss baseball, guitar, America, America.
'Cause you can't import original. You can't fake true cool.
Harlem Globetrotter, Monroe, Jimi Dean, motorbike.
You can't duplicate legacy. Detroit made cars, and cars made America.
Most importantly of all, what they've done is they've acquired a countercultural figure and reappropriated him into the mainstream ideology of consume. That's what's really happened is Bob Dylan has been reappropriated. Bob Dylan, who represented counterculture, now represents the mainstream. And that's what capitalism has been brilliant at doing. Like Elvis Presley, dangerous, sexy, rebellious figure, cut his hair, stick him in the army, fatten him up like a big stupid American goose, stick him out in Vegas, have a gamble, roll the dice.
Making the best, making the finest, takes conviction.
No, Bob.
Cars made America.
No, Bob.
And you can't import the heart and soul of every man and woman working on the line.
Bob, how big was that tax bill? What are you thinking, man? Don't destroy your legacy. I have already destroyed my legacy.
You can search the world over for the finer things, but you won't find a match for the American road. And when it's made here, it's made with the one thing you can't import from anywhere else. American pride.
Capitalism is their religion, and to tie together concepts such as pride with the purchase of the automobile at a time when we need to really regulate the way we use energy and the way we use transport, it's so reckless and irresponsible. Can't really blame Bob Dylan, he's just a bloke and he's the bloke in the world, really, I suppose, like all of us. Just think that it just means don't follow leaders, watch your parking meters.
We will build your car.
Things have changed. Things have changed.
So I think what we've learned there is when you're watching that advert, watch it if you want. It's quite entertaining, really beautiful imagery, really enjoyable. But in the instance of today's Trews, what we were watching was the building of an American mythology and the attempt to associate a narrative that they construct and impose upon our spending habits. They see us as nothing more as sort of like little fat piggy banks waddling around, so they try and crack us with imagery and provocation, and they'll use sex, they'll use honour, patriotism, anything at all, but really all they want is give us your money and shut up. That's always the message. Give us your money and shut up. I'd like an advert that come on the telly and went, alright, you stupid fat prick, give us your money and shut up. I go, yeah, alright, thanks for the honesty, have it. What do I get? Nothing.
Nose is a tool that is abused to fool you and to leave you scared and confused. Trews is like the nose. If the nose was true, I want some Trews. Let's have some Trews.